Just far, far away! We are so far away, and tonight we are going to build an entire new fantasy or sci-fi setting based on your suggestion, and then we're going to explore it for an hour. We might tell some stories, there'll be some weird characters, it's going to be a load of fun. But before we have that fun, what we need from you is two things. So first of all, we need an adjective which will be describing a type of location. So first of all, everyone grab an adjective in your minds.
It might be sticky or Irish.
But never sticky and Irish.
That's excessive.
That would be two adjectives. Right, pop your hand up if you've got a good adjective.
Or an adjective.
Or
We'll do the good.
No moral judgments on adjectives. You say at the back.
Melted.
Melted. Lovely, a lovely verbal adjective. And now please do the same thing for a type of location. So we're not talking about Milton Keynes. Something like...
No one's seen Milton Keynes. It's not off where they're already.
Not a geographical location, a kind of place where things might happen.
We've had like castle or space station.
Swamp. All of those things. Kendrick.
Racetrack.
Racetrack.
Melted racetrack.
Love it.
Melted racetrack.
All right, well then, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you for the first and very last time the Melted Racetrack.
It sits in a field of grass.
It is walled on both sides by heavy planks of oak wood.
The roads are constantly moving and melting around into different shapes.
There is a plume of smoke in the distance.
There is a vast stables at one end.
The racetrack is overlooked by the largest castle you have ever seen.
The stands can hold 10,000.
The gallows can hold 3. It brings people from miles and miles around to watch the events.
It is where fortunes are won and lost.
It is where heads are lost.
But never won.
Heads are not a prize at the Melted Racetrack.
The betting shop is a sacred position.
You can get corn on the cob.
Pretty nice, got butter on it.
Salt and pepper if you ask nicely.
You are where I lost all of my money.
You are where I lost my favourite horse.
You are where dreams are from.
You are my last chance.
I'm convinced that there is, or you are convinced that there is a secret organisation of horsemen running this whole operation underneath the tunnels of the melted racecourse.
You are the only entertainment in the kingdom.
You make me feel free when I am riding on you.
You twist and you turn in my dreams and in reality.
You're pretty tricky on the 5th turn.
We are the chase.
We are the glory.
We are the adrenaline running through your veins.
We are the only mandated entertainment venue in the kingdom.
We are selling corn on the cob.
We are selling dreams and glory. 2 for 1.
We are not selling heads. We are the Melted Racetrack. They haven't got the little block.
Oh, there you go.
Don't do that, you'll actually hurt yourself. There we go, much easier. Demerara, I'm prepared. The King's Grand Race is tomorrow. Me and Al Pacino here have been preparing.
You retired De Niro?
Yes. Fortunately, De Niro had to be put out to pasture. He's off just studying other horses now. De Niro fucks.
That's what they do after racing.
Yes.
Balthazar's not ready to fuck.
Oh.
Still racing. And such a good girl she is.
Yes.
She uses both free on the pronouns, he and she.
Yes. I know you chose gender-neutral rearing for your horse. Made the castration rather awkward. Makes it rather difficult for them to fuck, really.
That's why they never will. They're gonna race forever, as far as I'm concerned. 'Cause that's what she loves doing.
Yeah?
You don't see the smile on her face when she's out there?
I try never to look a horse in the mouth.
Anytime I do it when I'm feeding them an apple.
My father told me never look a horse in the mouth, gift or otherwise. Horse's mouth is where the lies come from. He was a strange man. Probably why they hanged him.
What reason would a horse have to lie? They're such honest creatures. They might look like the devil, but that's just God's cruel trick on them.
Demerara, I'm going to have to beat you tomorrow.
That's fine, I don't mind. I do it for the love of racing.
I do it for the prize money. If I could win just one more race, then I'm going to be able to get out of this life. I'm not built for riding horses. I'm 6'9".
Yeah. Oh, that's never made me look at you any different, honestly.
I know, but I feel so out of place. I could be leaning against a wall, chopping down a tree. I could be a lumberjack.
I don't know what I'd do without racing. Honestly, if I wasn't racing, there wouldn't be any reason to be here.
You are the most natural-born racer I've ever seen, Demerara.
Well, I mean, when you come out 5 foot and stay that tall, that's what happens.
Stepples! Stepples! I need you to make the racetrack more melty.
Yes, my lord.
It's grown tiresome, don't you think? The racing on the racetrack?
My lord, this is the biggest event in the entire kingdom. People come from miles around.
I understand that, but we have to entertain them. They have to entertain me. It's the only mandated entertainment in the kingdom. You think sometimes I think about repealing the ban on theatre? That's how bored I get.
Oh, no, never.
This is what I'm saying. The jockeys hardly ever fall down the melty parts these days. They're just too good.
Well, that's the matter of sport. We select for the best, and the best rise to the top, don't they? That's okay.
It's all about the falling and the melting. Why did we make the racetrack melty in the first place? If not to sometimes see a horse and a jockey fall into the void that for some reason exists below this castle.
We could certainly add more holes.
Oh, it's no use. I don't know if I'll ever be entertained again, Stepples.
I know that this is a lot of work. I know that this used to be such a childhood joy to you. There's a lot of admin. There's a lot of death.
Yes, I think that's it. I think as a child I used to really enjoy the death.
Flashback!
As the years go on, the falling into the void and the ceremonial 3 hangings of the losing positions just aren't funny. Just aren't fun anymore.
Don't forget all of the people who bet their lives.
That's right.
Not in the metaphorical sense, I mean literally at the betting office.
Absolutely, yes. You can bet anything you like, and you can receive anything you like in return, except a head.
No heads.
No heads. Heads are to be lost only on the racetrack.
Well, how about we add just a little bit of a je ne sais quoi to the fifth bend here?
Ooh. I have always liked the fifth bend. I remember when Sir Cadogan fell head over heels into the wall. He was melting for a long time.
Flashback!
Oh my god, it's the same flashback as before! Please, somebody say flash forward! I'm in agony! Ah! Oh my god!
That was one of the best days of my short reign. You have to keep them on a short rein or they run away.
I wouldn't know, I'm not a horse person.
No. Seems hardly anybody is these days. Just the best jockeys and everybody else come to watch the races and then they go back to their jobs and I go back to my lonely castle.
I need to think of a way to make it last all year.
I like that. A race that never ended.
Leave it with me, sire.
Yes, just what I was asking for. No. Anyway,
What are you doing?
I was just wondering. Would you bet on Al Pacino or Balthazar?
Oh, Al Pacino's been running well.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's a shame we got rid of De Niro, but he was a raging bull. Sorry, I've been wanting to say that one for a while, and you were just the first person I came across. Oh, how many birds have told you that one? I told the whole flock this morning. Of course somebody gets there before I do. Oh, hi Jeff, how's it going?
How's it going?
Al Pacino's a raging bull. Fuck! No!
Sorry, you shouldn't do jokes. You haven't got the timing, Jeff.
He's not reliable, is Jeff. But he is good at guessing which one's going to win.
All right, Jeff, come back. Jeff? I can't make up my mind. Balthazar or Al Pacino?
Well, I'll put it down. I'll put it down. You guys peck out the right one. I don't want to see.
This feels demeaning.
Tell me about it. Every bloody race, there's another animal that can apparently tell the future.
I can hear you
But we
guys.
can all speak and think for ourselves. We're not.
It's
I
some
have
bread.
talents. I could
Some
pull out
seeds.
the right one.
No, don't demean us with the seeds. We can make up our minds on our own.
I want 8% of the winnings.
8.
Yes. That
Who have
feels
you
like a
been
reason.
talking to?
I've got a system.
Jeff, last week you didn't have a system.
Oh, I've got
Last week you took the bread and the seeds.
Yeah.
8%. I'll give you 6.
I read a pamphlet from HMRC.
You can't trust those guys. They're constantly stealing from me.
That's called tax.
If you don't pay that report, goods and services won't be
You don't pay on bets. You know, when they're illegal betting. Anyway, look, just...
You're illegal betting?
Okay, 8%. 8% is fine.
What have you bet this time?
Oh,
It's not money, is it?
I want-
I can see it in his eyes.
I want 12%.
If it's a kidney, I want 3% too.
It's my wife and kids.
That's what, half a child? 12% divided. I mean,
Have you really stooped so low?
I just had to. At the end of the day, I get more joy out of racing than I do those... Anyway.
I'll back that. You get more joy out of racing than you do your family.
I think
The wife
so.
you're supposed to love, the children.
Well, I just feel like I don't feel truly loved. I feel like I'm just a provider.
I mean, if you're willing to bet them, I don't think that's bring out what you want to receive. If I ask for 8% of something and I expect 100% of it to go, if you want 8% of love, maybe you need to put 100% of love out there on the table.
I should bet my love.
Yeah.
They will let you do that. The only thing you can't bet is a head.
I'll bet my love.
People don't love with the head, they love with the heart.
You put your heart on the line for this race, Dougal.
Dougal dude.
Corn on the cob! It's warm!
I wish we didn't have to live in the underground tunnels. But if they found out there was a race of centaurs here, half human, half horse, in that order, of course, they would never understand.
Oi, what are you doing down here? Mind out, there's a race tomorrow. We've got to make prevent 5 more melting.
Squat Larry.
Alright, just because I'm a void goblin doesn't mean you've got to insult me. It's my job to make this track melty, and make it melty I shall.
We the centaurs do not appreciate your melting. You pour through our chasms. Our catacombs are diminished every year.
Look, I'm sorry, I've just got to carry out the king's orders.
Why don't you stand up for yourself, Squat Larry?
I get very well paid to carry out the king's orders, and frankly I don't like your attitude. We could have just driven your whole entire herd out when we started building the racetrack, but did we know we respected your land?
Did you build a castle on it and a race course?
Yeah!
This was once old fields.
Old fields!
So we could walk through with our 2 human bare legs.
It was normal!
You'd see us sprint. Heads lolling wildly in the wind.
Occasionally we might melt a leg. It was alright because there were more melted fields.
That sounds alright actually.
It was paradise.
Ah. Was there like nice food and that?
Oh, all the food you could want. Grass, oats, barley, sometimes there was a carrot, maybe a sugar cube.
I haven't had sugar in years.
The king keeps it all. That nasty little king.
You know, sometimes when you have corn on the cob, you think, lovely corn on the cob, but after you've had 5...
Same sweetness.
They don't even melt the butter on it.
No.
They just put it on.
Sometimes I'm not sure it is butter. Sometimes I can't believe it's butter.
Squat Larry, stop melting the course. Join us, the reverse centaurs, and make a stand on both of your feet.
Well, maybe if you could show me some of the cool things you used to have before we started.
Oh yeah, we've got pictures of it in my photo album.
Yes.
You carry a photo up
I'm going to give the Etch-a-Sketch.
Your bare human pocket.
Yeah, that's what are the pockets where I put them in. I've got human legs. Do you think we wear horse trousers? So you can see it. Molten fields, lovely, golden. You can see it, the arcade. We used to go there. It was nice. We used to put it like this. It was £1, you put it in the machine and then you had it turns trying to get one of those little, grabby claw things.
You had claw machines?
Yeah, claw machine.
We've just got an experimental one of those for the betting shop.
Betting shop. We used to have one of them.
This is Ladbrokes. It was a small river where the boys would play.
They made betting.
Yes. How far could you skip a stone?
And they played water polo quite a lot.
Betting used to be simple. Just on whether you could do things.
I remember a time when you would bet what was in your pocket or lack of pockets. Now it's all, I bet you 3 halves of my heart.
And also, there used to be a log flume.
Go on. Let's go!
Come on, Squat Larry!
Messy.
What have you got for me to Stebbles?
I have such treats for you, sire. As you can see, I have added many death traps.
Oh, my favourite word.
There is a loop-de-loop that lends into a pit of spikes. There are cliffs that freeze the legs right off the racers. There's a big spiky ball that sort of swings from side to side around this area.
Well, I can't wait to watch somebody try this course.
What?
But this isn't theoretical. This is what you're planning to do to the race course.
Of course, we have to demolish a lot of land to do it.
Ah, my second favourite thing to do.
To burn down that forest there.
That's okay.
Mine this gully here.
Excellent.
Dry up this river here. It shall be a scourge upon the land.
It'll be my scourge upon the land.
But don't worry, for I found a way to make the race last forever. This is the Soul Emerald. When a racer dies, they will return from the void.
Right back onto their horse.
The race will never end as the deaths get cancelled out. Don't drop it!
I'm so sorry. It was so magical, I imagined it floating before my eyes.
Because it's very expensive.
It is quite heavy.
I
don't
stayed
know
up
why
until
I
midnight on eBay.
I'm amazed somebody would sell it. But we do have all of the money.
Clearing out a basement, I suppose.
Stebbles, I'll give you a knighthood for this.
Well, other than making you happy, my lord.
Soon it will be a reality and no longer in the world of dreams.
Go down the gob. Go down the
Oh,
gob.
mate.
Hi.
Popcorn?
Want to go down the gob?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
No,
I forgot
not
all
for you.
that. Oh, yeah.
Go down the gob.
Yes!
Just see it.
My dear Temporera, careful, they put more blocks down. I signed a petition. There we go. No, I used one of the 2 blocks they put in. How are we going, Pacino?
Pacino's looking healthy.
What?
Pacino's looking healthy.
Sorry, I lost you in your diction just then.
A very dry mouth.
Well, I'm not surprised you've been writing.
2 minutes to the race.
The race marshal. Sam. Sam, race marshal. Oh, thank you. Oats. Amphetamines?
The betting shop is now open. You're right, Barbara. Taking all bets. We have Minnesota 2-1. If you bet a hand, we'll give you a childhood memory.
Next up, Montana. You bet 10 gold pieces, we'll give you a hand.
Brixton Social coming in 83-5.
That is, if you bet it,
If you
you will
bet
lose
it,
83 years of your life.
yeah, you'll lose 83 years of your life, but we will get a second season of Firefly.
Next up. Two to 1. Wookiee's favourite. Bet 1 gold piece, you'll get 2 gold pieces.
Hello. I'd like to make a bet, please.
Oh, One flying owl making a bet. State your intention.
I'd like to bet my nest on. Please.
One nest on. Haven't got your nest with you. Bring it over.
I brought this hollow egg as collateral.
No, we need the whole nest. Bring it, stick by stick. Al Pacino, we've got two now. Oh no, we've got a cigarette. I wish I had a cigarette, but of course, I'm a shapeless void. Al Pacino,
Hey!
1984.
Hey, I put a bet in early, like in an envelope. I put a bet. I bet love. I don't want to
Come
do it
round to
anymore.
a hatch.
The window's open.
Well, that makes so much sense. I put it through like the little. There's like a letterbox.
Oh, my sciatica.
Sorry. Yeah, can I get that back? I don't want to bet that. I changed my mind.
All bets are final.
Oh, wife and children. He gets who wins. He's getting 4 wives. Like the economic burden.
Where'd you bet, lad? Sam! Sam?
Hello?
Can you help me get my horse up?
Ah, I see your horse has fallen into the void. Well, as a first-time racer, you may not know this. That normally spells the end for a racer. We are already an hour and a quarter into the race.
What? I mean, mate, I just want my horse back.
Well, today is your lucky day, for this is the first race of 489 of the races that we have had so far, which will last forever, for no member of the race will lose their lives into the void today. For, see at the top of the clock tower, Soul Emerald.
It's up here.
Demonstrated by that crazy man who's at the top of the clock tower.
I didn't see it.
He doesn't need to hold it, we put a little holder in the center of the clock.
Oh, I'm slipping! Ah!
Oh, well, he won't die either. The Soul Emerald will save him.
I'm fine, folks! I'm fine!
Behold.
So I just go back on and keep racing?
Keep racing. The king has ordered that you must keep racing.
But I do have one question.
Please.
How do you win the race if it never ends?
Cob on the corn! Get your cob on the corn! Full of bark! Yes, I'm on.
Because they've been racing for 2.5 days and I'm bored again.
I thought you said you wanted this to last forever.
I thought that it would be okay. I thought that what was really boring was the times in between the racing. And that as long as...
Oh my god!
I thought that if we made the race interesting enough and long enough, that I would just never be bored of it.
I suppose it does make it harder to pick a winner.
And the losers, remember the hanging? How will we hang 3 losers if there are no losers?
How do we resolve any bets if we don't end the race? I really did not think this.
It seemed like such a genius idea at the time. And then when you presented the Soul Emerald and it was all shiny, you know, it felt like destiny. It felt like Indiana Jones.
It was just retail therapy, I feel.
Well, I can hardly blame you for that. You went all the way to eBay.
At least the landlines are working.
You know, you advanced the technology of this civilization further than anybody, Steph.
I did it for you, for your happiness.
And I appreciate that. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed. But unfortunately, I feel that being king of a fiscally moribund kingdom whose only purpose is to race and race and race and train up to race and race some more. It's perhaps not as worth it as I thought. When I inherited my throne from my mother, I believed that she had done the right thing in outlawing all of the other forms of entertainment. People would live for the race. It would be the thing we were best at. If this country ever went to war, we'd be able to field the best horses and the best riders. I thought I was doing what was right. And also, of course, I enjoyed all of the death and the melting.
Naturally.
Oh, why is it always so slow?
You'd think he would have learned by now. The race has been going
It's
for...
the fifth corner.
Everybody knows the fifth corner. What if one day we woke up and we didn't know what was round the fifth corner?
That feels like some sort of metaphor. I know what's round the fifth corner.
Yes, no, it wasn't.
It's a
I was
cauldron of
attempting-
boiling oil. It's just...
Even you're boring me now, Stepple.
Halt!
Oh.
I am the Centaur Guardian.
No, there's a building.
Yes, as you can tell from my horse head and naked body.
I was looking for you.
Yes. I've heard rumor. The king. Ah, what a beautiful horse.
Name's Balthazar.
Balthazar.
Look, I've been racing for 5 days now, and that ain't normal. Normally it's like a few hours at most. And something's wrong, Centaur man. What's the opposite? Okay.
It's just a centaur. Still, centaur determines
I think
half
it'll be
man,
like a
half-
torsen or something.
That feels like you're grasping at straws.
Okay.
Something I can't do. Have hooves.
Do you need me to brush your hair?
That's really fucking patronizing.
Alright, I just thought...
I came to bring you a message of hope, and you bring that kind of crap into the room.
I'm here for one reason only. Just stop racing.
Demerara.
Against my will.
Demerara.
What?
I have spies around the kingdom. Small spies, big spies, some as large as medium. And they heard the king use a metaphor. Poetry has reached the very peak of the kingdom. If the king starts with poetry, then all forms of entertainment can return. Let me tell you about this place before it was your damned race course. There was land. There was a claw machine. The rivers ran with water instead of not water. This forest had trees in it instead of stumps.
I never knew.
Get the king into the arts.
Can you find Pierre? Or help me find him?
I will do my best.
Right. His horse is the only one that can be the king there. Everyone knows a race's power comes from his horse. And Al Pacino's the most beautiful goddamn horse I've ever seen.
Everyone knows a race is that's a horse. It's a horse race.
Yeah, but
Power comes from.
I'm a jockey! You don't want to say that to the jockeys, alright?
You're basically a sort of hat.
What? You sound just like my mom!
Uncorn battery! Uncorn the
What?
Uncorn battery! Ah, Squat Larry. Right, you want some uncorn cobbler?
Yeah, I've already had 8 corn on the cobs, 6 cob on the corns, 9 the cob on corns. I've not tried yours yet. What's yours?
Ah, well, it's really simple. Mostly it's on. Part of it's a cob, some of it's corn, but it's definitely the.
I hate it so much, but I want more.
You take it by the ear.
Lovely.
Shove it in like a...
Oh, it's so buttery.
God,
This is going to be
governor.
running out of my ears for weeks.
Yep, it's kind of like when you put olive oil in them to release hard earwax, only this time it's much more painful and much less medically advised.
My ears full of corn.
Ah, it's working! On God, governor!
Look,
You've got 2 ears.
I know all you lot who sell the corn used to do stuff.
On God, governor!
You used to do promenade theatre. And
Promenade theatre. That's a phrase I've not heard in a long time.
That's a phrase I can't heard.
I knew I'd get you back on side. We're trying to get the king back into the arts.
The arts is death. Look, there's only...
There's only cobs and corn and corn and cobs and butter and maybe salt and pepper if you ask them.
Sometimes there's an article and a preposition. On and the.
Listen to you. Your art's all gone.
But we can still do linguistic analysis. We've managed to brand our various forms of corn, cob, on and the. Why not?
Why are you looking at me like that? Yeah, we have.
I was hoping you'd be inspired.
Look, the race has been going on for 8 days now. The king's bound to want some corn on the cob soon. All of you head up to his box, do your thing. He might end this race finally. Make things better for all of us.
We can go back to the arts.
We could go back to the promenade.
We can go back to the theatre.
Or, perhaps you could do something as, saving lives.
The arts saves lives.
Pierre! I finally found you!
I took a left turn instead.
Get off your horse! I know it sounds ridiculous, we're in a race, but get off your horse!
If I get off the race, I'll lose.
You won't lose, there's no way to win, Pierre!
The only way to win is to win.
No, there's no way to win!
The only.
Pierre, this is really hard to do without looking at you. Can you get off your horse, please?
I need the block thing.
Alright.
Can we get out of the middle of the track?
No, Pierre! If you fall off the edge, you fucking hell.
Al Pacino. Brought down by a taxi driver. Oh, Al Pacino! You're back with us again.
I had a weird sensible man trying to explain a lot to me.
Oh,
I
he
can't
sounds handsome.
He actually pointed me in your direction. Yeah. We have to teach the king poetry.
Poetry?
Yes.
What fucking idiot would waste their life with poetry?
That's I had the exact same thought, because we're jockeys. We don't
Yes.
understand. However,
You don't need to tell me I'm a jockey. I'm 6'9" of jockey. That's basically 2 jockeys.
yeah, I can't tell you why. Anyway, not the point. It doesn't matter.
No,
I would argue that a bigger jockey would count as a smaller
My
jockey.
feet
in
drag
terms of
on the
power
ground.
of jockey, because you want to be small when you're a jockey, Pierre.
And that's it. I'm fed up of feeling small.
Anyway, this is not the point. The
Like
point is,
2
how many days
idiots.
have you been racing? 12, is it not? 12?
12, yes.
Is that not
then
odd?
5 more. No, that's an even number. But I take your point.
Yeah.
Don't look frustrated with me,
Yeah.
Herrera.
We have to
be
teach
so
the king
sweet.
poetry. I tried everything else. Over 4 long days, I was like Jesus in the desert. Now I have you and your God. You're gonna. I want Al Pacino. I need Al Pacino. It's important. I can't get to the
Al
king without Al
Pacino is
Pacino.
my horse.
I know. I would never ride your horse.
To ride another man's horse is
But I
to
need.
wear his face. A mask.
Yes. I need Al Pacino. And I need you.
Tell me what I have to do.
I need you to run with Al Pacino straight through the doors of the king's castle. It's the only horse that can do it.
You ready
I
now?
tried with Balthazar 6 times. And he broke his nose on the 4th.
I don't think I want to give Al Pacino a scar face. Just convince me. Just quick, give me one quick reason to emotionally turn around, and then I'll probably do it.
I know. Okay.
I'll do it!
No!
That was the most unusual time I've ever had with four caught on the club salesmen. It felt like they were trying to do some sort of mummery. Like they were trying to teach me a lesson through their interactions. It was very odd. One of them was dressed as a very obvious drag character and kept trying to get me to shout, "Oh no, you didn't," at them.
Oh, I've slipped and dropped me corn! Oh!
Sorry, a virtual game!
What's gone wrong? Oh!
He's behind you? But you know what? That was slightly more entertaining than the last 5 days of racing.
Really? Well, you know, we used to have that all the time during your mother's reign.
What? Call on the comp salesman performing odd skits.
They weren't selling corn at the time.
They weren't selling. Did anyone sell corn?
No, corn was free and bountiful.
Say hello to my massive balls!
Oh my god, the 7th time!
You succeeded this time.
And I learned how to get off him without a block.
There's probably context for that we don't get.
Your man?
Sorry.
Pierre.
You had the presence of your king.
But also a tyrant.
Fair. You shall bow.
I once knew a man in a castle who acted most monstrous rascal. He insisted on races whilst all of us pulled faces. Now fuck off, prick! That was poetry, right?
Yeah! It seems as though the gallows will have 2 of its 3 places filled after all. For we shall remove the ropes. We shall erect a stage in the center of the melted racetrack. That was the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I'm a natural born poet. If only I had 2 poetry books available on my website. person.co.uk. Serious nonsense to the unbearably festive, a delightful gift for any age.
You finished?
Yes. This is meta entertainment. Only a third of the room will get it.
Well. Anything to add? Anything else to plug?
No, I don't, you know, I just like racing. I'm a really big fan. I love being a jockey. I'd really like if we could keep most of the right line.
Of course! The melted racetrack is my mother's legacy. There is no way we should remove it.
Sure that won't upset the centaurs.
There are centaurs?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Well,
As if I wasn't already so overwhelmed!
Look what we have here.
You...
Yes.
Sorry, I just...
Say it.
You have... The top half of you is a horse.
Yes. Just a naked man.
Alright, well, we shall have reservations with the centaurs as well. I will not rule over a kingdom that is plagued by endless racing. Stepples?
Wait. Who won?
Yes.
Wait. Who won?
Who won?
Was it me because I did all the work, or was it him because he broke the door? It's got to be one of us, right? Like, I'm fine with either, I just love racing. He's the one that loves winning. Oh! Sorry, I didn't say it loud enough.
Let him win. Alright? Al Pacino and Pierre are the winners.
Ha-ha!
Yeah! The endless race.
You're going to have sex, Al Pacino. Could I perhaps suggest one final form of entertainment? A type of racing that I think all of us can get behind. Well, most of us can get behind.
Go
Well,
on.
you see, it strikes me that you've had one poor advisor repeatedly missteering you on this course, always adding further traps and further traps. I think for the last race around this death course, we remove the emerald and instead we chase your advisor. It's going to be a steeplechase.
Ladies